Oh my God, Bruce, Bruce, come on. It's payday. Finally. Right then, here you go, Monica. Thank you, Mr. Toby. I so needed this. I'm gonna buy a pony. And Bruce, eh?
Oh, thank you, Toby.
Oh, hi guys. What are you doing?
Drinking.
Duke, it's payday. I'm gonna buy a pony. Oh, great. Can I get paid?
Duke, we've already discussed this. You're an intern. Interns don't get paid. In a way, Duke, I'm paying you. You're getting training.
But Toby, I've been an intern for 5 years now.
Okay, Duke. You want a job. I get it. There is something that you could do for me.
What?
Write me a report.
Okay.
Yeah, I need you to write a report about the internship. You know, what you've done, what you've contributed, your ambitions, any problems you've experienced, you know, that sort of thing.
Right, and then you'll give me a job?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, great. I'll get to work right away.
For part 2 of the C1 Advanced Writing exam, you might decide to write a report. Remember that a report is usually written for either a colleague or a superior, so keep the tone formal. Avoid using colloquial language, idioms, phrasal verbs, and contractions. The goal of a report is usually to describe a situation and evaluate it, and sometimes you will be asked to make a suggestion or a recommendation. But please remember that the primary goal of a report is to inform. In general, this is not supposed to be a persuasive text, so keep your tone and your language neutral and objective. Only attempt to persuade if the question asks you to make a recommendation. And even then, only use your persuasive language when making the recommendation. A report, again, should be neutral and objective. And lastly, as with all C1 Advanced writing exercises, your report should be between 220 and 260 words, but please do not waste time counting your words. If you write fewer than 220 words, then it is likely that you have not included all of the necessary information that the question has required you to include. If you write more than 260 words, then maybe you have included irrelevant information. However, if you do write more than 260 words, but you have not included anything irrelevant, then the examiners aren't going to care. So just make sure that you do everything that the question has asked you to do. If you do that, then your word count is irrelevant. So then, let us look at our C1 Advanced report question.
You have completed your 5-year internship at Smash English. The CEO has asked you to write a report prior to a formal meeting in which your future with the company will be discussed. Your report should discuss what you believe your contributions have been to Smash English and any problems you have experienced during your time with the company. You should also discuss what your ambitions are for the future with Smash English.
The first thing that we need to do is understand what the question is asking us to do.
A C1 Advanced report question will usually ask you to do 2 or 3 things. This question is asking us to do 3 things. 1. Discuss what you believe your contributions have been. 2. Discuss any problems you have experienced. 3. Discuss ambitions for the future with Smash English.
So, we need to ensure that we do all of these 3 things. If we don't, then we will lose marks for content. It doesn't matter how spectacular our report is, if we do not do all of these 3 things, then the examiners will cry, and then we will cry too. And that's a terrible thing.
Okay, Toby, I'm ready. I'm gonna start writing.
No, wait. We need to plan. I suggest that the first thing we do is organize our subheadings.
Subheadings?
Yes, a report must include subheadings. I suggest we do this first because this will give our report some structure.
Okay, so my first subheading.
Keep this really short. Call your first section Introduction.
But Toby, that's too simple. This is C1 Advanced.
No. Introduction is fine. Now, what should our second section be about?
I should talk about all of my wonderful contributions to Smash English. No?
I don't think so. I think our second section should be a general section about your internship. Just describe it very broadly. I think this is a good way to ensure that the target reader is informed. Let's give them a little bit of context.
Okay, so what about my role with Smash English?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay then.
Now we should start responding to the demands of the task. So, Duke, I think you should start talking now about your contributions.
So I'll call this Key Contributions.
Yes, it's simple and it gets straight to the point.
Thanks, Toby. My next subheading will be Problems Experience. And then, finally, Future Ambitions. How does that sound?
Perfect.
Here we have the outline for our report. This is really important. You must organize your report with subheadings like this. So, when you read your question, the first thing you should do after underlining the key parts of the report question is write and organize your subheadings.
Now that we have written all of our subheadings, we should plan our content. We will leave our introduction and my role with Smash English blank for the time being, as these two sections should be relatively easy to write. Now, I suggest you include 2 points for each task. So that means we need 2 contributions, 2 problems, and 2 ambitions.
Okay then, I'll plan these now.
So, Duke, what exactly have been your contributions?
I have expanded the reach of Smash English through participating in videos.
You've what?
Yes, people find me easy to relate to. I'm just a young boy trying to get by in the world, you see. Very relatable.
Right, okay. And?
My grammar skills.
Excuse me?
Yes, I have a C5 qualification in English.
C5, right, okay, yep, of course you have, Duke, well done. Now we need 2 problems that you have encountered, so what could these be?
Well, I work for free. I don't get any money for my contributions.
Yes, Duke, your work.
And no one has ever said thank you to me. Toby, you don't know how it feels to work every day for 5 years and not once receive a thank you.
Yep, okay, Duke, stop crying.
Oh, sorry.
And finally, we need 2 goals for the future.
Well, I want to be a full-time employee.
Which is never going to happen.
And I want to present videos myself.
Also, never gonna happen.
Now we have our plan, let us start writing. Let's begin with our introduction.
So, what do we need to include in the introduction of a report? Well, not much. We just need to say 2 things. Who the report is for and what the report is going to do. And this can always be the same for every report you write. Keep it short, keep it super formal, and always start with the passive.
This report has been written for, and then state who the report has been written for. 2, this is an infinitive of purpose, and we will state why the report has been written. And then we will add more detail with a present participle clause. This sounds really confusing, but it's not. Take a look at this example. This report has been written for Toby to discuss my internship with Smash English, outlining my contributions, any problems and ambitions for the future, for example.
Okay, so how about this?
Introduction. This report has been written for the CEO of Smash English to discuss my 5-year internship, outlining my contributions, problems experienced, and goals for the future with the company.
Oof, yes, that is perfect.
This is all an introduction needs to be. We start with the passive, we specify who the report was for, and what it is going to discuss. Then we use a present participle clause to directly include the things the question specified that we must include. This is important. It immediately lets the examiner know that we have understood the target reader, the topic of the report, and what we must do. Oof, marvelous.
Now we need to discuss your role with Smash English. Again, keep this brief. You just need to say what your responsibilities were, and that's it.
This should be especially short for Duke because, well, he hasn't done much. That's not true, Monica. I buy beers for Bruce.
Yeah, he does do that, to be fair.
And I get Toby his coffee.
Yeah, he does do that, actually.
Oh my god, so Duke, why have you never helped me with anything? Well, by the time I've bought the beer for Bruce and the coffee for Toby, I've got no money left.
You pay for it yourself?
Yeah. Duke, they're like totally taking advantage of you. You should stop doing that.
Monica!
My role with Smash English. During my 5 years with Smash English, I have supported the staff with day-to-day tasks, such as buying coffee for the CEO and beer for Bruce. I have contributed my personal finances towards these ends. Additionally, I have appeared in a number of videos in a supporting role. Notice how this section is also very brief. We do not want to use too many words here, because we still need to discuss our contributions, problems, and future ambitions. However, this section is important to keep the target reader informed. If we are discussing an internship, then we should provide a very quick overview of what that has consisted of.
Also, Duke has done very well to maintain a formal tone, and one of the ways he has done this is through his use of vocabulary.
Instead of saying helped the staff, Duke has said supported. Instead of saying like to give an example, Duke has said such as. Instead of saying I have paid, Duke has said I have contributed my personal finances.
Marvelous.
Also, take a look at towards these ends. I like this a lot. Towards these ends means with the aim of achieving these objectives. Here, these ends refers to the goal of buying Bruce beer and the CEO coffee. Brilliant.
You'll also notice that this is all, well, very boring.
Oh, thanks a lot, Toby.
No, it's good. The most important thing when writing a report is clarity. You don't need to grab attention. You don't need to be exciting. You just need to be clear and neutral. So, keep it simple, keep it formal, and keep it boring. Brilliant.
Okay, so now I need to write about my contributions, expanding Smash English's reach, and my grammar skills. C5.
Key contributions. My natural charisma has undoubtedly improved the quality of Smash English's YouTube content. Indeed,
Numerous viewers have spoken favourably in this regard, and this has helped Toby expand the reach of Smash English's viewership. Moreover, having obtained a C5 qualification in English, my exceptional talent in grammar has enabled me to explain complex structures to English learners.
Notice how Duke has discussed 2 points and provided explanations for each. Again, these are short and simple. Duke has connected these 2 points with simple linking expressions and discourse markers, like indeed, moreover, and. Again, this is a report. There is no need to show off with colourful and exotic language. Just keep it simple and keep it clear. Duke has also reduced our word count through the use of a perfect participle clause. Participle clauses are a great way to keep things concise and keep things short, and your formal writing should be full of them. And lastly, Duke has made good use of adverbs, such as undoubtedly and favourably. Good.
Right, finally, I can talk about my problems. Oh my god, Mr. Toby!
Yes, what now?
Apparently, you lied to me, Mr. Toby. You said I could buy a pony with €5. Well, it seems that a pony is not €5, Mr. Toby. Oh, Monica, this is outrageous. We need to work together so we can get paid properly. Shut up, Duke. You're just a stupid intern. Yeah, I was not talking to you. Oh, sorry.
Problems experienced. Despite enjoying my time with the company, I have encountered some problems. While I understand an internship position is unpaid, I feel 5 years is an unreasonably lengthy period to expect an intern to work without remuneration. In addition to this, I feel underappreciated. Throughout my 5 years with Smash English, not once have I been thanked for my work, even though I have supported the growth of the channel.
A C1 Advanced report will usually require you to evaluate something or make suggestions on how something can be improved. So here, Duke has outlined 2 problems and explained each of them briefly. Duke has introduced this paragraph with a concessive clause to demonstrate the contrast in tone with the prior paragraphs. The prior paragraphs have been positive in tone, while this paragraph is discussing something negative. The concessive clause signals this to the reader. Additionally, Duke has used the passive to soften the strength of his complaint. Instead of saying, "Not once has Toby thanked me," which could seem confrontational and too direct, Duke has said, "Not once have I been thanked," to remove the focus away from the subject and towards the situation. This is important as a report written for a superior should be polite. And if you need to evaluate or criticize something and you're writing to a superior, please ensure that you do not make the superior the subject. Additionally, Duke has used an inversion with a negative adverbial for emphasis. Not once have I been thanked. Great.
Duke, stop it. You're being totally selfish, okay? If Toby starts paying you, how could he buy my pony?
That's a good point, Duke. You are being quite selfish, actually.
Oh, I don't want to be selfish. I just think that...
Yeah, Duke. Don't you think that Monica deserves her pony? And Bruce, do you really think that Smash English can afford all of your beer if we pay for Duke as well, eh?
Right, Toby, that's it. We are not giving this idiot a job. That is the one thing that I stand against.
Yes, exactly, Bruce. These are difficult times for us all.
Oh, thank you, Toby. Thank you very much.
And now for our final paragraph. Duke needs to discuss his ambitions for the future.
Future ambitions. I aspire to become a full-time member of the Smash English team. I am also interested in becoming a presenter, as I feel my photogenic face grammar knowledge, and irresistible personality make me more suited to a camera-facing role than Toby.
Duke, I have the irresistible personality around here, not you. Yeah, and, Duke, you don't have a photogenic face. Smash English has become an international worldwide super brand thanks to this face, not yours. Worldwide international super brands. Toby, would a worldwide international super brand have an office like this? Hey, many companies don't even have offices these days, Bruce. Employees just work from home. I don't even have a home, Toby. I sleep here. Exactly, Bruce. Smash English provides you with accommodation. You know what, Duke? Maybe you have a point. What? No. Yeah, and where's my pony?
Monica, you're not getting a pony. Toby's lying to you. He won't even buy you a razor to shave your beard with.
Shut up, Duke. I do not have a beard. It's just my skin, okay? Right, I'm done. Toby, this is exploitation of the workers. Yeah? Workers of the world, unite. I'm going to go find another YouTube channel that appreciates me and all of my hard work, okay?
Yeah, me too.
Guys, wait!
Again, note the simplicity of this paragraph. It's only 2 sentences long, but this is all we need. Additionally, notice how the ambitions Duke has given are linked to the other parts of the report. Becoming a full-time member links to the problem of being an intern for 5 years, while his goal of becoming a full-time presenter is linked to both his contributions and his role. The only criticism I would give here is the word irresistible. Irresistible is quite a strong adjective, and it's better to avoid these types of adjectives in formal writing. So then, here is our full report. We have an introduction that briefly specifies who the report is for, why it was written, and what it is going to do. We then have a short section providing some background information to keep the target reader informed. And then we have 3 sections that deal with each of the tasks the question has asked us to complete. Each section has its own subheading to guide the reader through the report. Oof, marvelous.
Right, okay, guys, I've been thinking. I've decided to give you a pay rise. Bruce, today you can have 2 beers, okay? Bruce? And Monica, I've got a present for you. I've got you this for your beard.
Toby, they've gone.
Where?
They said they were going to look for another YouTube channel where they will feel appreciated. But Toby, I'm still here. So, can I have a job?
No, go away. And with that, we are finished. That was everything that you need to know about writing a report for part 2 of the C1 Advanced Cambridge exam. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment down below. My name is Toby, and this was Smash English.